Ladies and gentlemen, today I invite you to imagine a space where simplicity meets purpose and design serves as a doorway to dreams. A space that whispers hospitality, warmth, and innovation. This is not just a guest house, it is an invitation into something greater. Openness invites connection. When you think about sliding glass doors, they're more than just a physical structure. They're a representation of a concept far greater. They symbolize the idea of transparency, accessibility, and the willingness to connect. Glass doors allow light to pour in. They invite the outside world to be a part of your inside space, and they create a sense of harmony between what's within and what's beyond. This is an invitation to live with a posture of openness, to embrace a life that welcomes others into your world without barriers or walls. Sliding glass doors are a practical feature, yes, but they carry an important message. They remind us that we don't grow in isolation, and we cannot thrive behind closed doors. They remind us of the importance of letting people in, allowing their presence to enrich our lives and our spaces. These doors aren't about losing your personal space. They're about making room for shared experiences, for conversations, for inspiration to flow freely. They're a passageway that reminds us to live lives that aren't confined to narrow walls, but instead are open to new opportunities, perspectives, and relationships. When you look at a sliding glass door, you see an intersection of strength and fragility. The glass is delicate yet sturdy enough to create a boundary. It reminds us that openness doesn't mean losing your sense of self or security. It means that even as you open your world to others, you still maintain clarity about where you stand and what defines you. Openness isn't weakness, it's strength. It's knowing that being vulnerable and transparent creates stronger bonds, deeper connections, and richer experiences. The beauty of sliding glass doors is how they frame the outside world. They don't just create access, they create a sense of continuity between your space and nature, between your personal world and the world beyond. This teaches us to see beyond our limitations, to think beyond the walls we've built around ourselves. Openness is not only about connecting with others, but it's also about expanding your horizons. When you can see the world clearly, it inspires you to think differently, to dream bigger, and to step into opportunities that might have been hidden before. Glass doors teach us to be people who see beyond our own circumstances and embrace a vision of what's possible. Openness also requires trust. When you allow others to see into your life, when you leave space for vulnerability, you're showing courage. A closed door is safe, no one can see what's behind it. But when you open that door, when you slide it back and let the light in, you're creating a moment of trust. You're saying, I am willing to be seen, I am willing to share. And that trust is what builds deeper relationships. It's what turns acquaintances into friends, strangers into partners, and connections into something meaningful. The act of opening the door is an act of faith in the goodness of others, and it often leads to beautiful, transformative experiences. Sliding glass doors also challenge us to embrace fluidity in our lives. A solid wall is rigid, unmovable, and unchanging, but a sliding door can open and close, can shift and adjust based on the moment. This is a reminder to be flexible, to allow change to come into your life without resistance. When we're open to change, we allow growth to happen. When we're open to new ideas, we expand our thinking. Just as the sliding door adapts to the seasons, letting in fresh air when it's warm and closing tight when it's cold, we must adapt to the seasons of our lives with grace and openness. There's something profoundly peaceful about sliding open a glass door. It's an act of invitation. Whether you're stepping outside into a garden, inviting in the morning breeze, or creating a pathway for someone to join you in your space, that simple act of sliding the door back says so much. It speaks of welcome, of accessibility, of a willingness to share what you have with others. It's a small moment that carries a significant message. Life is better when we're open, when we share, and when we invite others into our world. Think about the light that glass doors allow into a room. Light has always been a symbol of clarity, hope, and understanding. Without light, we cannot see clearly. We stumble and lose our way. Sliding glass doors teach us to let light into our lives, to illuminate the spaces that might have been shadowed or overlooked. They remind us that transparency allows others to see the beauty within us, and it allows us. When we choose to live in openness, we're choosing to live in the light, to walk in understanding, and to be a source of illumination for those around us. Living with openness also means breaking down the barriers that keep us from others. Sometimes we build walls, not physical ones, but emotional and relational barriers to keep ourselves safe from rejection, judgment, or hurt. But those walls, while they protect us, also isolate us. They prevent us from experiencing the richness of connection and the joy of community. Sliding glass doors remind us that barriers can be removed. that we can create spaces that are both safe and open. It's not about living without boundaries, it's about creating pathways that make connection possible. When we embrace openness, we also embrace the beauty of sharing our space with others. Sliding glass doors don't just provide access, they provide a sense of inclusion. They send a message that this space isn't just for you, it's for anyone who steps through the door. It's an invitation to celebrate life together, to share meals, stories, and moments that create lasting memories. In this way, openness is an act of generosity. It's the decision to make room in your life for others, to create a space where they feel welcome, valued, and loved. Comfort fosters community. The essence of any gathering space lies in its ability to make people feel at ease, and nothing speaks to this more than the thoughtful placement of outdoor patio furniture. Furniture may seem like a simple, utilitarian aspect of design, but it is so much more than that. It's an extension of an environment, a deliberate choice that encourages rest, conversation, and connection. A comfortable seat has the power to draw people in, inviting them to linger a little longer, to share their thoughts, and to be present in a shared moment. Outdoor furniture placed in the right way creates opportunities. It turns an open space into an intimate one, transforming an ordinary patio into a haven for togetherness. Chairs arranged in a circle or positioned to face one another are a silent encouragement for people to sit down and engage. They foster a sense of closeness, reminding us that true community is built not in grand gestures, but in the everyday act of coming together. It's in the moments of sitting side by side, of leaning back and laughing, that bonds are formed, strengthened, and celebrated. The choice of furniture itself reflects the value placed on comfort. When people know they are entering a space where they can relax, they feel cared for. That care speaks volumes. It communicates thoughtfulness, hospitality, and a desire to create an environment where everyone feels welcomed. A well-laid-out outdoor area shows that the host has gone beyond the basics, creating a place where not just physical comfort is prioritized, but emotional comfort too. It's a space where people can be themselves, free from pretense or pressure. Comfort has an unspoken power. It softens barriers and opens the door for meaningful interaction. A plush cushion, a sturdy table, or even the right arrangement of seating sets the stage for people to settle into the moment. The comfort provided by outdoor patio furniture isn't just about physical ease. It's about creating a sense of belonging. It reassures guests that they have a place here, a seat at the table, a spot where their presence matters. When outdoor spaces are designed with comfort in mind, they naturally draw people in. Whether it's a pair of chairs tucked into a corner for an intimate chat or a long table surrounded by benches for a group gathering, the setting invites people to stay. It becomes a place of conversation where stories are shared, ideas are exchanged, and relationships grow. Even in moments of silence, the comfort of the space creates a sense of peace, allowing people to simply enjoy the company of others. Comfortable outdoor furniture does more than fill a space, it enhances it. It bridges the gap between individuals, encouraging interaction without force or obligation. A space designed with comfort becomes more than a physical location, it transforms into an experience. It's where strangers can become friends, where family bonds are deepened, and where the beauty of community unfolds naturally. Growth begins with intention. A courtyard garden is more than just a collection of plants and flowers. It is a living reminder of what happens when care, purpose, and patience come together. Every seed planted in the soil carries potential, but that potential can only be realized when there is intention behind it. Growth does not happen by accident. It requires attention, nurturing, and a commitment to see it through. The garden is a metaphor for life itself, a reflection of how deliberate effort leads to flourishing outcomes. When you step into a courtyard garden, you see the result of choices. The soil must be prepared, each plant was chosen for a reason, and the care must be placed in a way that complements the whole. The garden didn't just appear overnight. It took time and vision to cultivate. This mirrors how we must approach the different aspects of our lives. Patience is a necessary part of the process. Whether it's relationships, careers, in the same way we must allow ourselves with grace to grow at our own pace. There are no shortcuts knowing meaningful progress and having the courage to take the first step, no matter how small, even when we don't yet see the results. A courtyard garden also teaches the importance of balance. Too much water can drown the roots, and too little sun can stunt growth. It reminds us that growth isn't just about working hard, it's about working wisely. It's about understanding when to rest, when to push forward, and when to let things take their natural course. Growth is not a linear path, it's an ongoing process of learning, adjusting, and adapting. The beauty of a garden lies in its diversity. No two flowers are the same, yet together they create harmony. This speaks to the importance of embracing differences in our lives. Just as every plant in the garden has its unique role, every person, every experience, every challenge contributes to the larger picture of who we are becoming. Growth happens when we recognize that every piece, even the ones that seem insignificant or difficult, has a purpose. Our courtyard garden also depends on consistency. Weeds must be pulled, soil must be enriched, and plants must be pruned. This reminds us that growth is an ongoing commitment. It's not enough to start with good intentions. We must follow through with consistent effort. Challenges will come, but they are part of the process. Just as a gardener tends to their plants daily, we must show up for our own growth with the same level of dedication.